Good morning, students. Today we are going to study lesson number 3, political parties. Please refer to the textbook page number 82. Now let us learn what do you mean by political party. Now the people, they have similar views on the public issue. They come together and they form a political party. Therefore you can say political parties are a link that connects common people, democracy, representation and election. Political parties exist in all the democratic system. In fact, what happens, the political parties, they compete with each other. There is a competition between the parties only in a democratic country. Now, political parties, they exist in all the democratic system in the world. Therefore, political parties can shape the democracy. Political parties are like social organizations which work or which help to solve the public problems or the social problems. Now, it also aims on public welfare. The main purpose is what? For the public welfare, and the goals and working are different. Political parties are the organizations with objectives of achieving political power through the process of electoral process. Therefore, the political parties, they can be described as a group of the people who aim to contest elections. They win the election and they get the power, and what they do, they form the government of their own party. Now let us understand some of the important characteristics of the political parties or features of the political parties. First one is very main point, that is that to be in power. Now the main aim of the political party is what? To gain power. They contest elections to achieve the power with free and fair means, and there is competition between the parties. Next one is what? To pursue an ideology. Ideology means what? Set of ideas of a political party. Every political party, they have some ideologies. They have particular stand about the social issues. These together make party ideology. Therefore, social support achieved by the political party is also called the mass base of a political party. Mass base means what? They have the majority support of the people, that is called as the mass base. Now in modern days, ideologies of all the political parties, they seem to be similar. Hence it is very difficult to differentiate between the parties based on the ideology. Now the next one, to have a party agenda. Agenda means what? List of the things that they have to fulfill when they come to form a government. Now what happens, the political party, they prepare their own party's agenda based on the party's ideology, and they try to implement it when they get the political power. And suppose if they do not get the political power, what happens, these parties try to support the people on the base of the agenda. Next one is to establish a government. Now the political parties, they establish the government and they govern the nation. They run the nation. Therefore, if they get a majority in the election, what happens, they try to form the government. And suppose if they do not get the majority, still they act as a opposition parties. The last one, they act as a link between the government and the people. The political parties, they work as a link between the government and the people. Therefore, the political parties, what they do, they communicate the demands and complaints of the people to the government. And what the government tries to do, the government tries to solve the problems by implementing policies and programs through the political parties. Now let us learn the changing nature of the political party system in India. Now the first one, the Congress, was a very strong political party in the post-independence period. Post-independence period means what? After our independence. Now Congress had a majority at the center and in the most of the states. Therefore, we can say that the Indian politics was being controlled by the Congress party, and this era was described as the era of the single dominant party system. Then the non-Congress parties, they came together and they challenged the single dominant party system in which year? In 1977. After the 1989 Lok Sabha election, then the system of the one party emerging as a dominant party, it came to an end. Then many parties, they came together and formed the coalition government. Like you can say Bharatiya Janata Party and the Congress Party, they made an experiment, or they tried to establish coalition government. Now in the initial years, the coalition government found it very difficult to run the government, but after 1999 it established stability in India with the coalition government. Now, do you know, now if power remains with one political party for a longer time, and if no other political parties are able to run the government, then this party system is called as one party system. Then in politics, when two political parties are influential and the political parties enjoy the power alternatively, then it is called as a two party system. But when many political parties, they compete, or they have a competition for the political power, more or less they are equally influential, then you can say the party system is called as a multi party system, like India. Now, let us learn about some of the national parties in India. The first one, Indian National Congress. As we know that it was been established in 1885. Then the election symbol you can see is the hand, you can see in the textbook. Then what, on basis of what it started to run the government? Then you can say that it is a dominant party during the freedom movement. Then it worked for the equal rights for the weak and minority sections. Then secularism, all round development and equal rights and social welfare for the minority and the weaker sections of the society was their main purpose. Congress has organized various programs to achieve all these objectives. Therefore, the party believes in the democratic socialism, social equality and international peace, and it tries to achieve these objectives. Now the next one, let us learn, is the next party is Communist Party of India. Now it was been established in 1925 based on the communist ideology. It is a very old party in India, and the party works for the welfare of the laborers and workers. This party opposes the capitalism. Capitalism means what? The owner of the company. The issue of whether Communist Party of India should accept the leadership of Communist China or the Soviet Union. This led to the split in Communist Party of India and a separate party, Communist Party of India. Marxist was formed. Now let us learn about Bharatiya Janata Party. Bharatiya Janata Party is an important party at the national level. Earlier, Bharatiya Jan Sangh was been established in 1951. Then this party emerged with the Janata Party, and it was been established in 1977. But this party could not survive for a longer time. There was a split in the party, and Bharatiya Jan Sangh, the component of Bharatiya of Janata Party, they established a new party in 1980. That is called as the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now this party, they protect the Indian culture and the tradition, and it give importance to the economic reforms. Now let us learn about the Communist Party of India. Now this party proclaims, or it tries to achieve the objectives of socialism, secularism and democracy. Socialism means what? There is a equal rights to the rich and poor people. Secularism means what? That all religions are equal, and democracy means what? Freedom. Now the party opposes imperialism. Imperialism means what? The powerful country, they try to capture the other country. So this party, it opposes imperialism. Party's policy is to protect the interest of the workers, then the farmers and the landless laborers who doesn't have land. Those are called as the landless laborers. Now let us learn about Bahujan Samaj Party. Now Bahujan Samaj Party, they had the socialist ideology. In 1984, the party was being established with the objective of what? They wanted to protect the interest of the majority people, like the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, religious minorities and other backward classes. The party aims to give the power in the hands of the majority. Now let us learn about the Nationalist Congress Party, which was been uh, established after the split in the Congress Party, that is in the year 1999. in the year 1999, there was a split in the Congress party and the Nationalist Congress party that was being established. Now this party believes in what? In the qualities or the values of democracy, equality and secularism. Now the party was in the power in Maharashtra from 1999 to 2014, and it was in coalition with the Congress party. Now the National Congress party, it worked for a longer time as a part of a coalition government led by Congress at the center also from 2004 to 2014. Now let us learn about the Trinamool Congress. All India Trinamool Congress party was established in the year 1998. Now the election commission gave this party a recognition as a national party, means it became a national party in 2016. Now the party's main objective is what? Democracy, secularism, and they try to protect the interest of the weaker sections of the society. Now let us learn about something about our country. Now there is a lot of diversity in religion, culture, language and tradition and geographic area in India. Now the feeling of affinity, that is a natural liking, it develops towards these particular factors, and gradually it turns into a rise in the pride. How it turns rise into the pride? The excessive pride, what happens? It turns into regionalism. Now that led to the formation of the regional political parties. Now the political parties, they are formed with an objective to develop region and languages. They start feeling proud of their language, literature, traditions, then the history of social reforms, educational and cultural movements. Therefore, what happens? Regionalism is being developed. Now, the feeling amongst the people, it being created that the people belonging to such linguistic, regional, cultural and other identities, they get connected. Regionalism starts growing amongst the people. Sometimes it gives rise to the independent political parties or the pressure groups or movements. Then this results into the regional parties. Now let us learn about the regional party. Now regional party is a group which takes great pride in the different identity of their region, and it enters the race of capturing the power. Now the influence of such party is limited only to that particular regions. Now they play a significant role in their particular state or region. Now regional parties, they make several demands such as the regional problem should be solved at the regional level. All the political power should be in the hands of the people from that particular region, and the residents of the region should get preference in the administration and jobs. Such are their demands. Now let us learn about the changing nature of regional parties in India. Now regional parties, they came into existence in India after the independence. Now over the years their nature and the role has been changed very significantly. Let us learn about it. Now initially what happened, the regional identity was being given to the separatist movements, like the demands from the independent Khalistan, Dravidstan were made with the objective of parting from India's federation, and they wanted an independent state. Now the regional parties from Punjab, Tamil Nadu and Jammu and Kashmir, they have made such demands which we have learned in the previous class. Now the demands of the regional parties, gradually they change. Now instead of independent state, what they wanted more autonomy. Autonomy means what? More freedom they wanted. Then in the second stage in the development of the regional parties came, and it started to begin after 1990. Now the regional parties, they demanded that the development of the particular region and people from that particular region should get the power at the state and national level. For example, we can see example is there in Shiv Sena in Maharashtra and Telugu Desam, etc. The development of the regional parties in Northeast, they shows a different trend. They gave up the demand of the separatism, and they started demanding more freedom or autonomy. Now the regional parties from the Northeast are now entering in the mainstreams of the national politics. In short, we can say that the role of the regional parties in India, they have passed through various phases from separatism to freedom, and now they want to enter in the national politics. And coalition politics is also one of the consequence or result of their increasing influence in national parties. Now about some of the major regional parties. Now first one is what? Shiv Sena. As you can see on page number 87, the symbol of Shiv Sena. Now it is the main political party in Maharashtra. It was been established in 1966. Now what is the main objective of this particular party? They want to protect the rights of the Marathi people. Then they want to promote Marathi language. Then they want to resist the people coming from other region. But in 1995 it entered in coalition with BJP and they came to power in Maharashtra. Therefore they share the power with BJP in Maharashtra since 2014. Then the next party is Shiromani Akali Dal. Now this party was established in 1920 and it is a famous or a prominent regional party in Punjab. The main objective of this particular party is what? To cultivate religious and regional identity. Now they have the power in Punjab for many years. Next party is Jammu and Kashmir National Conference. It is the main regional party in Kashmir. It was been established in 1932 and they try to protect the rights of the Kashmiri people and the protection of the autonomous status. Autonomous status means what? Separate status. Okay. Then the next one is Assam Gun Parishad. Now this Assam agreement was been signed in 1985 and what it tries to do, it tries to resolve or solve the problems of the displaced people. They try to protect the unique culture, the linguistic and social identity of the Assam region, and they try to work for the economic development of Assam, and it has the power in Assam for many years. Now let us learn about Dravid Munetra Kazhagam. It is a Justice Party, a non-Brahmin movement in 1920. It was been transferred into Dravid Munetra Kazhagam, a political party. Then in 1944, the Justice Party, they came to be known as Dravid Kazhagam. In 1944, a group separated from this party and it established another party that was called as Dravid Munetra Kazhagam. Another group separated from this particular party in 1972 and then again it was been established as All India Dravid Munetra Kazhagam. Protection for the Tamil identity and the member of the coalition government at the center for some years. Now what this party tries to do? The party tries to support the voters from all sections of the societies. It is in the power for a longer period and it has tried to implement many good policies in that particular state. Now we have in this chapter we have learned about the national and regional political parties in India. In the next lesson we'll try to learn about the importance of social movements in our life. So in this lesson you have learned about the political parties, the meaning of the political parties, the features of the political parties and various national political parties and regional political parties.